what is going on with State of Decay 3. I spent this morning looking for some news on this project, on this upcoming game, because I love State of Decay 2. So I found this article over at a website called Jinx.tv, and it goes with a headline: State of Decay 3, release date news, gameplay delays, and latest Xbox updates. This was published November the 3rd, so a few days ago as I'm recording this. And it goes on to say, Microsoft unveiled Undead Labs State of Decay 3 in June 2020 at the Xbox Games Showcase. But what's going on with it now? The game was first unveiled with a cinematic trailer at the Xbox Games Showcase in 2020. Fast forward to today, and State of Decay 3 has been in silent waters with nothing to show for it for the past few years. Its slow progression has supposedly been the cause of many things, from the devastating effects of the pandemic to allegations of burnout and mismanagement within the company, and other factors hindering State of Decay 3's development. There's been no actual telltale sign that the game could be arriving anytime soon. Despite this, we've pieced together everything we know about the game's arrival, whether or not it'll come in 2023. As always, guys, the link to this article will be in the description below if you want to read it for yourselves. I'll just sort of skim this and just give you the main points. So in regards to State of Decay 3's release, the article says, only whispers, murmurs, and vague statements among development and publisher executives, investigations, and reports can help point fans' expectation toward a much clearer answer. Beyond that, Undead Labs and Microsoft have left no crumbs for the community to follow. The article then goes on to say, speaking on Xbox's Major Nelson podcast, Xbox Games Studios head Matt Booty dived into the game's progression, stating that it's supposedly being made with Unreal Engine 5 with assistance from other Gears of War developers at the Coalition. And then we get the allegations. This is the end of the article. And again, these are allegations. None of this is fact. This is just what the article says. I'm quoting the article. So it goes on to say, an in-depth investigative report by Kotaku highlighted the allegations of mistreatment, mismanagement, and the burnout of Undead Labs employees because of indecent and improper leadership and more issues. The report stated that Microsoft supposedly forced the development team to announce State of Decay 3 despite being in pre-production, having no collective agreement and plan to unveil the game. The Kotaku article does say Undead Labs hadn't planned to announce State of Decay 3 in 2020, let alone show it, but Microsoft requested trailers from many of its studios in the lead up to the Xbox Series X and S launch. That's very telling, and publishers keep doing this, guys. They keep putting pressure on these developers to get games out quickly. I mean, obviously the same happened with Cyberpunk when it clearly wasn't ready to go. The article concludes by saying, from what it seems, State of Decay 3 might not be near release anytime soon. Fans might be waiting a few more years for the game's release, with 2023 possibly bringing another cinematic trailer during the Xbox Games Showcase. Again, that's at Jinx.tv. There's just not a lot of news. There is one more thing to tell you about this up-and-coming game, and this time it's an article at purexbox.com. I'll put the link to this article in the description as well if you want to read it in its entirety. This goes with a headline, Xbox wants State of Decay 3 to compete visually despite smaller developer team. And then it goes on to say, Undead Labs is still quietly working away on State of Decay 3. We say quietly because we haven't seen any gameplay since its original announcement. Thankfully, that could be because the team wants to go all out with its third State of Decay iteration. In a new interview with, and it's that same name again, guys, Xbox's Matt Booty, State of Decay 3 is discussed, particularly in regards to how the game is being built on Unreal Engine. Booty says that the Games of War developer, the Coalition, is helping with all things Unreal Engine at Xbox, and the team wants to create something that will compete visually against the competition. And this is a quote from Matt Booty, and it says, We want that game to compete. We want it to compete visually. One of the things that the team there is really focused on is animation technology, being able to really up the interactivity between the player and the environment. The article concludes by saying, considering the first 2 State of Decay games are what you'd probably call low budget titles, this is music to our ears. We really hope that State of Decay 3 is built into a more AAA game this time round, and it sounds like that's the vision that Xbox has for the series. So that's all we have on State of Decay 3 at the moment. I think this is a few years away, and that's not going to surprise anyone watching this video because, yeah, it just feels like there are issues behind the scenes getting this on Unreal Engine 5 and working with that new engine and trying to make the game look and come across and play like a AAA game is what's holding it back, I think, or rather it's what's holding its release back. I am excited for this game, I am hype, but I'm also skeptical because, like that second article said, the first 2 games are low budget titles, but they were still really good to play. I hope they don't take their eye off the ball when it comes to the gameplay in State of Decay 3. They have got some really good developers working on this project, and I can't wait to see it. I really can't wait to see how this pans out. It'll probably come straight to Xbox Game Pass as well. I think State of Decay 2 did. I might be wrong on that. It is on Game Pass now as I'm recording this. Anyway, that's what we have in regards to news. There's not a lot of it around. Keep an eye on the channel. If I do get any updates on State of Decay 3 and all the other games that I talk about on this channel, I'll upload a video straight away. Please hit this video up with a like or a dislike if you hated it, and I'll speak to you all soon.